Hi, and welcome to Story Mode 4-6 Launcher's second cycle tutorial. This tutorial will explain the easiest and most intended way to quickly get up the tower of the launcher and enter the goal. What you want to do at the start, right when you enter the stage, is to very quickly head over to the back side of the tower. This is the safest launcher to take on the second cycle through testing. Once you get there, you'll barely miss the first cycle and you'll have plenty of time to put yourself in position to get launched up the tower. Now, before we go up the tower, I would recommend that you put your minimap on the medium zoom. In my opinion, I mean, this is up to preference, but in my opinion, that's a zoom that helps the best for aligning yourself while falling in the air. Because this stage does force you to have very good air control, so please do be careful about that. Anyway, once you're in position, look at the tower and get ready to react to where it hits you. I like to hold the direction towards the tower in order to gain more friction, which makes my descent a lot more controlled. Once you're in the air, calm down. Adjust a little bit towards the tower, but mainly use neutral. Like, don't press any input so the camera looks straight down and you can actually see where you're going. I used mainly neutral. I saw I was in position. I looked at my minimap as a reference, and then I knew where the tower was. Now, once you're on the tower, you want to zoom in the minimap all the way so you can see the goal on the minimap. As it is slowly rotating, it's not as easy of an entry as some people think. This is actually where a lot of people fail this strat. Then, once you know where it is, once you're confident you know where it is, just drop in safely and finish. That was all really, you know, step-by-step slow. Doing it all together can get you times anywhere from like 40 to 44 if you do it really well. But your goal is just to, as safely as you can, make sure you get launcher's first try with this strat. Once again, we're here. Hold towards the tower. Calm down. And then as quickly as you can, find the goal and drop in. See, with this cycle, you can get 40s, which is like completing the stage, what many people consider the hardest stage of the early to mid game in less than 20 seconds, if you get a first try. So your goal is safety here. As you get more comfortable with the strat, obviously, you can do each step a little bit quicker and try to get in the goal. And then start learning first cycle, of course. Now, some common mistakes I find when people do this stage in general, just like common falling strat mistakes, is number one, if you don't align yourself perfectly to the middle of this launcher, you might get a really crazy angle. See how I got sent really far forward because I was barely like touching the tower at all? You need to make sure you're in the middle of the launcher so you actually slide all the way up the tower instead of like off the side and like in a whatever crazy direction. Obviously, the more off the side you are, even if it was actually kind of possible for me to go on the goal there, but the more off to the side it is, the more crazy you'll have to adjust in the air in order to make it back to the goal. So try to land right in the middle of the arrow, if at all possible. And another common mistake, this is more on your actual air control, the calmness in which you control in the air. Say you do actually get a very good middle of the arrow bounce, but once you're in the air, you start panicking. You don't know where the goal is. The stage keeps changing. It's like you're wondering, why is the minimap freaking out? Why can't I see where I want to land? I'm just trying to land, you know? It's because your inputs are constantly shaking the minimap around. That is exactly why I encourage you to go neutral whenever you can, so you can actually see what's right below you, then adjust. Launchers actually gives you a lot of height, so you have a fair amount more time than you might think to figure out where the stage is before landing. Obviously, it just takes a lot of practice to get more calm and relax that adjustment, so just keep trying and you'll eventually get good at this stage. And now, to end the tutorial, I'll just do one final example of a clean attempt, and then we'll be done. Middle of the arrow. Look at the stage. Hold towards the stage for friction. Bounce, find the goal. Land in the goal. 44. Anyway, that's all I have today for Launcher's second cycle. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.